So
Alright.
Shadow Fiend, I mean,
Oh,
going for
takes
the
the
time lock and
bash.
not the perma. Not
I
the
think that's a
perma in
trap.
this.
What do you guys think of a first pick bash like that? Particularly these other
Um,
bashes that aren't
I,
reliable.
I'm pretty sure time lock is currently bugged on ranged heroes.
I think it
That,
works
that
again. I had it last time and it
No,
was.
there is a bug. I legitimately just tested this and I had to make a whole video about it because they were yelling at me. They didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. And there is a legitimate problem after a certain range.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. As I
I
say,
think
I
it's
in a ranged.
complicated and I needed to do a little video to make it make sense to people. But yeah, there is still a problem with that. And I do hope it gets fixed because if you get like a basher, like the item, works fine at any range. But the actual bashes do seem to have problems at after a certain range, and it's all to
apparently
do
there's
with how you engage. Like if you're already in and hitting and you go back, you will still hit, but if you try to hit from a
Oh,
distance in, it will not work.
and it's
Anyways, I'll shut up.
left. By the way,
j- j- j-
Nature's
j-
Prophet not going the Moonglaves, and now Sniper gets Moonglaves with Haunt. That's a dream on a Sniper. I hope he gets the Haunt and not. It's not greedy and take aim.
just a heads up, RGB. I think we still have the old overlay for the stream.
Oh, we do. Apologies for that. It didn't switch over.
Oh,
He ended up going for the Wall of Replica actually with the Moonglaves. Yeah, don't really agree with that, but he might still think that his illusions of
no,
enemies get the get the
that's not
Moonglaves.
how it works anymore.
No,
No,
unfortunately
unfortunately
not.
not. That was a fun time though.
Yeah.
I would have liked to keep that in on the fact that nobody understood what the hell was going on.
So and they're leaving the Ion Shell to Darkseer. That's a good choice.
He's got a
There's
ticket, right? Because you
nothing.
don't want to leave that for the sticky. Like that's just
Yeah. There's nothing OP for Sticky left now in the pool,
Uh,
so
there was Cold Fate. There was Ice Vortex for the shard.
yeah, but it's not
Yeah,
that
Is
yeah, I
Lich
know.
strong.
Seed as good as I think it is in terms of working with sticky? Is one of the last good things out there?
It's just how many pulses? 5. So 5 damage instances. So it's not
Not
that
fantastic.
amazing. I would rather get the Ice Vortex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadowfin going full right click, but I still think it was a big mistake to not get the Haunt on Sniper. If they ever
Yeah.
clump up and you press that button with Moonglave's Haunt, it's
It's over.
insane. It's really insane because the Haunted Illusions on max level deal 80 damage, 80% of your damage. It deals. It's an insane amount of damage. Even and then you get Desolate on top. So even if they don't clump up, they still die to the Desolate damage. Just so strong.
Oh, it seems like the Spectre might have randomed his skill here.
Ooh.
Nah, that's
Or he
not
doesn't
really
The,
know.
all
the,
you
the,
want there, is it?
no, not really.
Or he doesn't know how it works.
No, definitely does look like random to me. Quite
For the viewers
unfortunate.
who don't know, Requiem of Souls does absolutely nothing if you have no souls.
Yeah.
So, and he doesn't have Necromastery, so he's doing absolutely nothing. Sniper picking up the Chilling Touch, so they have 2 high-ranged heroes with Luna and Sniper now. Like an Initiator with Treants, Darkseer the tank, and some
I do
control
like
by
that
the
he picked up
Batrider.
the global TP there to deny the natures. The nature's level 20 talent for that is just bonkers.
Yeah, I mean, you can farm so much when with Sniper now.
I'm actually quite surprised that the TP made it down to the 4th pick
Yeah, true.
for Sniper.
Hmm?
It's actually such a high priority pick usually, at least
Well, there's a
on
lot
my
of
servers.
really good stuff in this pool, let's be honest, right?
Mm.
So you can see them prioritizing more of the right click stuff immediately and leaving that a little bit less of a priority.
Would say Haunt on the Darkseer now. Yeah, wow. That's a nice Darkseer build too. Get a Scepter,
Now, could that have
just
been the play all along?
gank.
I understand how powerful the sniper could have been there, but could they have called that out early in terms of like he picked up the Sturgeon Iron Shell, he's calling out, give me the haunt.
I think it would have been a better
I don't
option
think
on
so.
Sniper, but
Yeah. And the
it's
Darkseer could have just picked up the Wall of Replica. He has the talents for it. Um,
and I mean, and the Shadowfiend had the option to pick the Haunt and didn't get it. He greeded on more passives. I mean, the
Looks like we have
Shadowfiend
a
build is not bad. He has his farming tools,
Mhm.
and he's gonna be quite strong, I think. But his Spectre looks kind of useless and disconnected. Okay, the Spectre looks kind of useless. Ricky is not rather weak. The AA has a good build.
The Spectre is essentially a 3 times worse Bat Rider.
Yeah. And they kind of wasted the Nature's Prophet model with the RP. I mean, he has a nice build still.
Yeah, but you're right. That could have been Moonglaves, right?
Yeah.
He had the option to get the Moonglyphs, yeah.
Yeah, I remember this patch getting time lock on silencer. I think someone from my chat counted that I procced time lock 1 in 10 times throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
I also felt like it's bugged, but then I had it on some hero like
As I said,
a week
it's
ago.
all about how you actually engage on it in terms of like if you start close and you end up walking back, it will work in terms of moving backwards, but if you engage from a distance and even if you walk within the trigger range, you will still not make it happen. It's a weird
Okay.
interaction.
Yeah,
I hope it gets
very
fixed because
interesting.
it's just like again, it's one of those things that even if it's intended and in the game somehow, it's just one of those things that doesn't make any sense and no one understands how it works.
It almost sounds like they were trying to implement some sort of nerf for range heroes for time lock, maybe like trying to halve the halve the proc chance for ranged heroes, and then they just didn't code it properly. Not 100% sure what could have caused it, but
Yeah, and as I say, it just seems to be with the time walk in terms of other bashes seem
yep.
to work reliably 100% of the time.
The battle seeks resolution.
So I assume Shadowfiend going mid, right?
Oh, why is that
Oh
showing?
no, it looks like Spectre is going mid. It's gonna be really painful when he finds out that the Requiem of Souls does absolutely nothing. This hurts a little bit to watch, to be honest. To see Spectre going mid with an ultimate that does absolutely nothing.
I
Somebody said
wonder
it's
if
still
someone's gonna
fierce,
tell
but I
them
don't know.
that, and in terms of like, you know, your ult doesn't work, or
Yeah,
just let them find out.
it definitely does
Yeah,
not
but
even fear. It doesn't even fear.
yeah,
30
okay, yeah.
seconds and counting.
I mean, since you have 0 souls, it's... And it even says the tooltip. There's a tooltip. Must draft Necromastery to do damage.
In giant yellow letters.
It has to be a random.
Yeah, but why is it then still going mid, is the question. Can't you play pos 4 with that? But whatever. I mean, the big hopes for Radiant lie on the Shadowfiend carrying this game. Getting out of control, also farm-wise. I mean, he has a nice farming build.
Yep. I love the nature's
Necromastery...
ult for the farming build there as well. It's gonna add that damage, let him farm every lane simultaneously. It's a great skill for that.
yeah.
He's got
Rick
an
is not going core
he's got a Presence of the Dark Lord level 1.
first,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
It's a bit weird, in my
Yeah,
opinion, but...
it's going to push out your lane as well.
I mean, only reasoning behind it might be that they just want to zone the enemies with the -4 armor.
I mean, the zoning versus Iron Shell shrapnel. I don't think that's going to happen.
And now he misses all the last hits. Feels bad, man.
Yeah,
I would
trying
have leveled
to
Necromastery, but...
trying to last hit under tower with -4 armor on all those creeps as a Shadow Fiend
That's
level 1
hard.
is yeah, it's pretty hard.
But at mid, if we look at CS, Spectre going 6-5 already. 5 denies. Hard time for the Luna. I mean, you still have Sticky and Firefly. It's not horrible, but...
I think the Luna's a bit scared, right? In terms of you got a
Yeah.
couple of sticky stacks on you. You don't want to really push forward because you know that Firefly could come up at any moment and potentially kill you.
Early game Sticky is just... Once you have it on level 2, it starts to be really disgusting
It's very
from the
scary.
damage output. On top lane, who's the core there? Looks like the Nature's Prophet is the position 3. Has a free blink. I mean, RP into smokescreen is not bad.
By Courier.
I kind of want to see the Spectre go for a more right-click oriented build, to be honest, with a shard. You don't really want to play around the typical Bat Rider build because you don't have lasso. So why not just go for the right-clicks, build up the 50% chance to proc the sticky napalm on the right-click instead.
Might be the best option for him, yeah. Now he's tanking a lot of tower hits on the spec.
But I
Other
don't
already
see
has
the
the
reason
problem.
why he has Octarine queued
Okay,
up.
we got bottom there. They're throwing down a ton of damage onto this Ricky. He's fairly skishy. He's got his little heal
Ooh,
up
and he
there,
might
but with that dagger going
die
in,
to
should
the
be enough
dagger.
to kill him. That will be our first blood.
The Shadow Fiend has gotten a second point in the presence of the
Yeah,
Dark
I
Lord.
just wanted to say...
It's only one increase in minus armor. It's one of the worst
All the while
scaling.
top, they're jumping on this
game.
poor sniper. He's gonna get mutilated. One more click coming out for... Oh, it's not enough as he goes through the trees. Well played. Now, the AA may be in a bit of trouble. No, there isn't enough follow-up from the tree here. All his stuff has already been spent trying to save the sniper.
I agree, that's like really weird what the Shadow Fiend is doing right now.
It's one armor. It's
Yeah,
one armor for a skill.
horrible scaling, and why not get Necromastery? Doubling your damage output. Or bonus damage.
You get 11 damage for that 1 point in Necromancer.
Yeah. But Spectre definitely a good player, if you look at the CS. Doing a good job. It's the only sad thing will be when he finds out his ultimate does nothing. And I guess that's what you have to deal with when you're playing in the ability draft tournament as a team who doesn't play ability draft a lot.
All the while bottom, I think this Ricky is going to die again as they're putting a ton of damage into him. The dagger's already on him, running him down again. The Darkseer at the Iron Shell, he is dead. His buddy there has got to fly away though, or Shadow Fiend can kill him. But again, the Iron Shell doing work, really running into this Shadow Fiend.
And the boots on Shadow Fiend came out a bit too late to be able to chase the Bat Rider for one more hit.
Okay, so here's the moment of truth. Does the Spectre get the pointing Requiem?
I bet he does. No, he doesn't.
Okay, someone told him.
Maybe it was
someone
random.
told him.
Maybe it was a random.
No, random.
Or maybe he read the skill, the tooltip, ability draft note on the skill.
I mean, that's not horrible, right? In terms, he's going to get a couple more stats and things. Yes, he doesn't have an ult, but I mean, he's going to try to make the best of the best
bad
situation.
if your mid player does not have an ult, but
he's trying to make the best of a bad situation.
yeah, it can still be really annoying. Let's say it like that with Stick and Firefly.
And as you say, like as long as he goes to right-click approach, gets the shard, continues to build that way. Although I don't think his
Oh,
build
and
is going
Luna
for
in
it.
trouble
Oh
in
my
mid.
gosh, look at that damage coming out of the sticky.
There is little
That early game sticky does a lot of damage.
Yeah, now he
Gets a rune for his trouble. Wonderful.
Dire should look to their middle
deals up to full with the bottle, D-wards. 4 levels in sticky. Now it starts to be really annoying.
I really hope he switches
Still,
away
they
from
got some
Octarine.
dispels.
The Octarine to me doesn't seem like it really accomplishes too much.
As you were saying, you were
Considering he
thinking
only has like
right-click.
three spells. Yeah.
What would you be going for instead?
SNY, Scotty, Basher, BKB, that kind of stuff.
Oh, a bottom Shadow Fiend is very, very low. They're running him down with the Iron Shell there. He's under towers. He's taking a few good hits here. The Ricky can't chase him down though. The Bat will just pound him if he dies.
Cannot
he'll be
even
able to sell
punish
the
the
moon.
Darkseer. Yeah, but CS-wise, SibFamily is still doing really well on top of all 3 core heroes on top of the lasted chart. And also a ton of denies on Nature's Prophet and on Spectre. And they're trying to gank the Luna again, but do they have detection?
Also, the Bat's coming in behind the...
Oh!
So we got a 2-on-2 going in here.
He lost vision, but still gets the Luna.
It's enough. Sticky is just too strong. As you say, it will drop off here quickly, but those first few things, that's what you got to use it for, get those kills.
Sniper didn't like the pressure from top lane, went back to the jungle, bombing up there. 2 Wraith Bands and a lifesteal. Should be able to farm really fast with Moonglaves. And Treant with triple raise should also be able to hold the tower.
He's got Time Walk to be able to get out of trouble and negate any of that damage that does come out.
So, and Luna going for Maelstrom. I mean, maybe he
Running
needs a
in mid
farming tool,
again.
but
Putting a ton of damage onto this Bat. A little bit of help, he'll be dead. There it is. Now we're looking for more. Running down the Luna. It's only got 2 stacks, so he needs a bit more damage.
placing
but
the sentry, putting
good lockdown
nice
on the tree
trees
there,
there.
but should still be dead. Yep, one last light crit to finish it off. Now Darkseer's here. They're gonna try to
Darkseer.
run them down, but the heals come in from the Ricky.
Yeah, and the bottle.
Bottle.
And now he's
they
the one in
decide
trouble.
Yep, try to chase it down. The cold feet there, so he's got to run back. But they have 2 TPs coming in now to help, so they divide it up. They got to run. Sniper will pick this AA apart. He decides to chase down, but he doesn't.
But I like the Boots of Travel on Spectre. That's, I think, a good choice to get that one. Just play it like a normal Batrider. Be fast and threaten them on all over the map.
The radiant glyph is now active.
Also pressure on the top lane now.
Ooh, they got 3 lined
3
up here to
heroes
try to
around
grab
there.
tree. And they started off
He
with
has time
that,
walk.
but he'll just time walk it away. Yeah, tree is... They're going to have a really hard time killing that tree.
Middle tower is under
And if they do go
But
too
this-
far on him, he's just going to overgrowth as well. Root them all down there and
Yeah,
mass
they might still
TPs.
get the tower should still fall, I think, on top lane. Then they can still TP in and try help to defend the bot tower.
Yep, they got coming in now. One's walking, one's TPing. They see the Darkseer, jump on him immediately. Throw a bunch of stuff, try to put him back. Out comes the Chrono there. One inside, one outside. They're going to lay into the Nature's first, but it's not enough to kill him right away. He's gone now. That's
Back
Sticky
to
doing work.
dealing damage.
Oh, there's the ice. Just, mwah, on the top there. Really nuke him out. Spectre is back up, healing.
It seems to me that that maybe the Requiem wasn't actually a random. Maybe it was just him saying, you know, look, I don't even need an ultimate. I don't even need an ultimate to win this game, guys. Just watch and see.
Going off. And
As you
Shadowfiend
say.
already Mask of Madness, just focusing on farming. Yeah, Spectre. We laughed about the draft and now 5-2-0 already.
And
Doing a
he's
good
top
job.
of the net worth, so we can laugh about it all we want, but he's making it work.
Yeah, but it still does not have Lasso, so I think once they got Lotus and BKBs, or even a Yules on Dion,
Oop, deep in the jungle there, they found
He's
who
gonna
they were
struggle.
looking for, but the tree jumps in with the overgrowth. This is what I was talking about. With tree in the neighborhood, they should have the damage, and triple raise deletes the one. The pullback there from the other, and it's just Iron Shell walking him down here. We'll finish him off. Greedy, greedy tree.
Well done.
Is that where the Spectre goes like Basher into a Blister Blade, something like that, to be able to like jump in and hold people down? You don't need the same sort of blink approach because you don't have the lasso, but you know, go that sort of right-click approach and be able to potentially think about that shard. He's obviously still got the
I think it's
Octarine
going
core.
Octarine Core and then maybe just a nuke like E-Blade Dagon 5 or something crazy.
That would be my preference, to go more the run people down and right click them. It doesn't really matter how much of a lead you've gotten and how much net worth you have. If you don't use that, if you don't use that gold correctly, it's just going to set you behind.
Yeah.
And
They want to
I
game
don't think
Tarxia
Ocarina
now
is
on bot lane, by the way.
They see him. They're looking for him. He's in the trees. He's got a lot of health, but they have the damage here.
And they got him. And now they want to get the bot tower on top. Yeah, and Sniper can't keep up in farm with the Shadow Fiends, even with Moonglaves. Let's see if he's getting like, okay, he's prioritizing the shard, so he wants the shard.
Oh, they're
next.
jumping on the Shadow Fiend top. They lead out with the root, the wall there, but the triple
He's
raises
just
should do
fighting
work.
back.
But if there's anyone in the neighborhood when this Ice Blast comes in and disconnect with two, there's no one here for follow-up damage, so all three of these guys will just be able to walk away.
Like Tariq is standing in the shrapnel and channeling the assassinate and just dying.
So they do have a smoke here. They're looking to do some sort of counter play, and they do find the two targets they were looking for, the tree and the bat. Bat immediately TPs out, and they're going to really just root down this tree and give him a few good smacks, and he's going to die.
RP not used, by the way, and Nature's Prophet is looking for first item Wraith Pact.
Wow. Immediately recognizing how valuable that is.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Dyer's over here with Darkseer trying to put some pressure onto this bottom tower, but
I still think late game Dire has the better lineup. I mean, Sniper is kind of underfarmed, but if he normal punches the Shadow Fiend, it's still pretty strong. They get then the Presence Aura.
The seeds of fortune.
He's stunned for like 2 seconds. You can still kill him.
yep.
He's the main
They're
damage
jumping on the Ricky
output.
bottom there. They have a lot of damage with that Firefly again. And now the Chrono will come down here as they try to do more work. One in, one out again.
Ice Blast.
Now the Nature's in the
Darkseer.
neighborhood, but he'll get sleeped up by the Sleeping Dart. He's already have that picked up. The shards are coming out here as it is just after 15. And they'll be able to
Uses the RP, but no follow-up damage.
TP in.
Oh.
And now I would expect this tower will fall.
Dire structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. On the hunt for radiant forces.
Yeah, and Luna now has the shard for this, so gets the sleeping dart, and I think that's like one of the best shards in the game.
It's very
12-second cooldown. It's so annoying to play against it. Permanently sleeps you every 12 seconds with, and then you even slowed for how long? 4 seconds per 30%. A really strong shard.
Oh my. This is good.
Yeah, Dire is definitely going to have a much better vision game coming soon. Train Protector, halfway to his Zags, he's going to have the Eyes of the Forest coming out. Along with the Cloak and Dagger on the Luna. It's going to be very scary to play as the Radiant team walking around.
Well,
they
Radiant
found out the
attempting to do
Roche
Roche there,
attempt.
but they found it, so they're running at them pretty hard here. There's a few that are not quite in the neighborhood, but there'll be enough to scare them back.
They still might want to fight. There's a TT on Shadow Fiend.
They're thinking about it.
I mean, RP still not ready, and that's most of the control they have.
You also do see Ricky picking up
Nice
massive
back
grenade
jump.
shard. Yep, he's up there, rooted, stunned now
Oh,
even.
he's dying.
And then the Sticky's gonna come in, do its work. Can he TP out in time is the real question. Assassinate, and that is gonna be him dead. Now Nature's leaping into his death. Oh my gosh, what a normal punch.
Skewers on the cliff, gets punched down. That was amazing.
They're still trying to chase him down there with the iron shell in the back, but if he sticks around too much longer, it's gonna be a problem. But sleeping dart there.
This should be a dead
Wait for the
Spectre.
normal punch, and there you go.
That's one of the other best shards in the game, in my opinion, the normal punch.
Is under attack.
So even if the Haunt would have been better on the sniper, a normal punch still is pretty strong.
All the while, they're trying to run at this tree again, who feels unkillable.
Has a lot of nuke damage, closing in on his Aghanim Scepter in 250 gold.
To their middle tower.
And like QB said, then the vision advantage will slowly but surely shift to Dire when they have the trees out everywhere.
I mean, you already have the Ags out on the Darkseid at the moment, so the lanes are always going to be constantly pushing in. And there's not really much the Radiant team can do about it. You're always going to have the constant pressure from the Iron Shell pushing those waves.
Not a lot of wave clear.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Only I mean, they have at least a Wrath
Oh,
of Nature.
they found the Natures here. He'll skewer out. They're looking for the. Oh, that's finally a good chrono on the 2 there. They have the damage in the neighborhood. Push the 1 back.
We will just
time-lapse.
fight back.
Oh,
Pops the BKB. Ice Blast
BKB.
misses. Only gets the Darkseer.
It's a nice early BKB turning on the sniper here. He will not get out of that.
That was an optimistic TP by Sniper.
Sleeping Dart, though, holding back the True Fet.
Can they get more?
Spectre has finally put a level into the ult.
Just testing stuff.
He's also changed his build up from finishing off the Octarine to a BKB.
And a Shivas.
And a blink
And a
Strength
Shiva.
Blade.
Yep, and so essentially he has an Aether Lens for his sticky napalm and the occasional flame break as well.
This will be a relatively quick Roche
Yeah, but
here.
that's a Roche.
Probably going to the Shadow Field, I imagine.
I mean, and we've seen Shadow Fiend packs a punch. Still does a lot of damage.
Yeah, especially just after he uses ult there, and he's got that puffed up. You got the negative armor going on. He's got a couple
Especially
of
level
souls
20
going on.
talent is... Level 20 talent plus 3 damage per soul is also really strong. It's another 60
Yeah.
damage.
RGB, I just saw that bug go into play there. The Shadow Fiend attacked the big dragon about 10 times without proccing a single time lock there.
Yep.
Yeah. does not feel good.
No. As I say, that's something I hope we get fixed there. It's one of those things that, again, even if it's intended or whatever, it just doesn't make any sense. It's just,
No.
it's so hard to explain to people what's going on.
Yep.
But we do see them grouping a bottom here. They're leaving the Luna out there as more of the initial scout, as they don't have the vision they need to be able to see these guys coming in, and that's why they're getting nuked from the trees there. And the Ags is finished, so the Eyes is
Overgrowth
coming
on
up.
3 heroes.
Oh god, the Shadow
No
Fiend
damage.
Yep, he'll turn and just take the objective. He's got 4 hits and the tower's dead.
Is no more.
I heard it.
I also heard it.
I didn't see it.
I think he was just testing if it does anything.
Pushing buttons now. I love this. We're 21 minutes in the game. He's still figuring out how Dota works.
I would like to see the shard coming out on the Shadow Fiend. I think this. I think the Necromancer shard is very
Sure.
strong.
Kind of strong. Half a second fear. Plus guaranteed crit.
The crit, I think, is very nice here, but he's already built up the crit as well in terms of he got the critalist going for the. It looks like he wants to go for the full Shadow
Silver
Blade,
Edge, yeah.
Silver Edge upgrade there.
Yeah, it looks like he wants Silver Edge Satanic. Guess that's okay.
That really doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because isn't Dire just going to be like destroying the vision game in terms of, you know, owning where the vision is and all this stuff as soon as Tree really starts rolling out here?
Yeah, but it's not true. I mean, it's not true side. Let's say it like that, the trees.
I get that, but in terms of he's going to be going out and getting all the vision in the world kind of thing, in terms of, you know, they have the permanent invis that they're going to want to protect and all that kind of stuff. There's the gem. I was going to say, I was expecting
I mean,
something
Silver
like that
Edge
to come
maybe
out.
as a the break for the Darkseer also. Maybe that's his reasoning behind it. Dispersion is still kind of strong.
I love how the gem is just flying out to the Ricky with a Quelling Blade as well.
They're realizing now that the trees are up and they got to deal with it.
Yeah, that's the right play. Group up, deward the whole map from those trees.
Oh, they
And this
ended
was
up giving the gem to the Spectre there. I didn't expect that.
Well, the gem, the Spectre does have Firefly to get rid of the trees as well. So.
Yep.
And BKB on Spectre and an Invis room. They're looking to fight here.
Looks like they'll just get the tower and the outpost for their trouble. Dire's
Still 1 minute on the Aegis.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Not
Those
really a
souls
lot of
coming in from that
damage.
ult. Oh, I love that so much. Looks so cool. So if you
Not a lot
didn't
of
know,
damage from the
when you Wraith
from the
Path
Luna,
like
by the
that,
way.
you get all the Necro souls that you hit from across the map.
nice BKB by the Luna.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I feel like I might have preferred the sniper getting getting a manta or something before the BKB. It feels like they're playing too safe here.
I wouldn't even play around the
Dire's
chilling
middle
touch too
tower
much,
is
but
under attack.
if you already have Moonwaves, you have damage. Just go right-click items,
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Manta, maybe a Skadi or Butterfly Satanic. That's what I would do. Daedalus. And they're looking for the sniper.
And they found him.
Instant haunt
Oh, that was
Shadow Step reaction.
brilliant. Comes in, just destroys the one. Now he's looking for the other guy here, but he's got a few stacks of sticky on him, and he's running right for the Firefly.
But Sniper TP's in.
Yep. He's looking
Firefly
for
not
him,
available.
but can't see him. He's got
That's the gem carrier.
Got the illusion on him. So kind of knows where he is. Oh, good
And
intercept there from
gem.
the Luna. Gem's on the ground.
And they got it. Or no, they don't see it.
Oh, they
see
had
it,
to see
right?
it. They walked
Yeah.
literally right by
Okay,
it.
they-
It's just they didn't pick it up right away.
A quick thing to note: the Luna does have this shard with the Lucent Beam as well. So Luna is getting her attack damage added onto that Lucent Beam.
Wow, which is quite nice given the agility damage multiplier.
And I believe it can proc the headshot as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, true.
I did not know that.
It should.
New things every day.
And now Treant
This
feels good
Midas
again.
feels a bit weird to me, especially this late in the game. Oh, immediately changes as soon as I say that to something else.
It looks like it's more or less a utility Luna and not a right-click one. And they're hoping that the damage comes from the sniper and the Darkseer. Also gets a halberd, so 2 halberds to deal with the Shadow Fiends.
I'd kind of like to see this Luna go as a second carry here.
Yeah, it's not a bad build to right-click with. And Spectre, by the way, got the Octarine core.
Okay.
It's a fake out.
Low cooldown Sticky Napalm, Flame Break, Firefly, and most importantly, lower cooldown for that Requiem of Souls. Fantastic. She now has 3 points in.
Why didn't he level stats?
That's what I was thinking. Could have the stats advantage there. Oh, they do see the Darkseer and they do throw a whole bunch at him, but he'll just be able to run away.
3-man
Besides the better
chrono.
of it coming back in. Good chrono on the 3 there. Requiem does nothing. We love it. This is going to be a meme, I'm sure.
Still uses the Requiem.
Throwing a whole bunch of damage out there onto these guys, but they walk most of it off. Sniper comes in from the back. Oh my gosh, BKB's hits the one immediately. He's just gone with that normal punch.
Shadow Fiends, right?
Lays in a ton of damage. He's got to be getting back there.
Darkseer decides to go in on the AAA.
Yeah, he will be able to run him down, but he may die for this. But the Shadow Fiend's a bit too far away. Shrapnel
Thanks to
slowing
the
him down.
dagger, he gets away.
Dyer's
I can't see. I can't see who kills the Shadow Fiend at this point. BKB, Satanic, Dragonlance, Silver Edge.
I mean, 2 halberds. Once they have 2 halberds, disarm him for 10 seconds. Right? Guess that's the approach they want to go for.
If you can't attack,
true,
you can't
yeah.
deal any damage, you can't gain any life.
Even through the two halberds, I don't see how they kill him. Who's dealing the damage on the Dire team? Luna's
Maybe a
by-
normal punch? Normal punch says
We
reduced
did see
armor,
the
hits
sniper able to
himself.
output a bit of damage there, and he's now got the Mantis style going there. And looking to pick up the Ags is the next one, it looks like, to get the Tilling Touch going. But you're probably right, you know, getting the Luna moving more into the core direction could be really helpful there. I feel like they're prioritizing the Darkseer maybe a bit too much here. He does have his Halberds done though and ready to go. He's got a BKB queued up next.
Treant constantly pushing the bot lane.
This is where that vision game you say comes into play there.
And there comes the shard for the Shadow Fiends. That's why he didn't buy one.
Yep.
Do you think the Dire team is prioritizing the BKBs bit too much? I'm looking at the spells on the Radiant team, and not really too much really warrants that BKB.
It's the sticky.
Yes.
That's what they're thinking about.
Yeah.
It's like a mental game thing. It's a handicap almost.
I also think it's just because of the sticky.
Oh, they did see the Darkseer poke his head up there. They ping him out. They leap forward with the blink. Nice. Spider legs down to the cliffs and TP's out. Oh,
First hit back.
oh God!
Oh,
they
the
get him
fear!
the fear the last second, and they'll just rip him apart. Wow, that was great.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You're right. This tree all the while pushing bottom here. They finally ping him out, going, guys, we gotta deal with this. Or not. We could just go mid too.
Nearly got his Wraith Pact finished. Spectre wants him.
Radiant's top tower is under
Should
attack.
be able to catch up.
The hunt. The hunt. Throws him back.
I mean, he can't just TP out.
Flips forward.
Spectre does not have a TP cancel.
Now the real problem is his whole team is coming in from the front here, so can they actually cut him off?
Should have just TP'd, I think.
Yeah, he doesn't have any.
There's the TB finally, but it's
Too
nowhere
late.
near enough after the
Was
vacuum,
too
sir.
late. He could have instantly TP'd when the Spectre went for him.
Maybe he was scared of the Requiem. It's the mind games. It's the mind games. It's a level 3 Requiem coming into play right there.
You just hear the noise and you become instantly afraid, right?
Yep.
You see the butterfly now finished up on that Shadow Fiend. It's gonna make things even tougher to hit him and mow him down. Looks like the Swifty Blink coming out there is the next one too. Do love those Blink upgrades.
And still 2:50 on the Aegis, so they might be looking for a high ground push here.
I think they are there. They got a lot backed up on that hill, looking for anyone to leap forward onto the Shadow Fiend. It seems to be the target. A little slide the barrier.
Throws out the shrapnel, and they go back.
Drawing a line saying, nope, we've got to move in a different area.
Look, Sniper completely changed his queued up items to Butterfly and Satanic.
Immediately, he's got to get out of there.
I think it might be a bit too little, too late here, and
Yeah.
he might he even with those 2 items, I don't think it does much.
Oh,
He would
Ricky has
probably
found
need
out
to-
here and just deleted.
Probably need something more along the lines of Scotty MKB, just to counter that Satanic Butterfly on the Shadow Fiend himself.
Well, there comes the break onto the tree. That's a big thing they needed, but the Shadow Fiend, he's disarmed, so he can't do any work. Then comes the guy, but hit 2 of his own team in the process. That could be a bit of a problem.
Now,
There's another
disarm
disarm
Shadow
coming
Fiends.
out. There's another disarm coming out. There's the Aegis finally down. Now they're surrounding him. Do they have this all again is the real question. So, normal punch comes out. That's a lot of damage, but disarm, we were talking about it. Is it enough? It seems that it is. If your whole team has something
Spectre
outwards.
trying to TP out.
Yep, and he's gone.
No cancels ready. So QB, you saw they can kill the Shadow Fiend?
You know, I was actually
Even
quite
twice?
I was actually quite surprised by the damage damage coming out by the Dire team.
Yeah, with the Iron Shell and the Luna. I mean, they have some damage. Shrapnel, Vortex.
Radiant's middle tower is
Ooh, but Bat Rider in trouble.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, there's 2, 3 there bouncing on. Instant haunt though.
And RP. Don't think they can kill the Darkseer.
Nope, the spider legs and run away. The tree's in the neighborhood though, so he'll throw down a bench there, but he'll be able to time walk away again as always. If they decide to run at him, they will continue to run at him. There comes the BKB. There's 2 in the neighborhood. 3 collapsing on them there. They're putting a ton of damage onto this tree and he will go down.
Nice smoke screen.
Now there's the sniper coming in. They get the normal punch off. They have the follow-up damage with those blades coming out. There's the sleeping dart holding the place with the sniper trapped in the trees. The illusions will finish him off. Now they're looking for more as they jump forward there onto that poor little Ricky. He's just dead.
Shadow Fiend just respawned.
The 3-2-2 coming out by the Radiant team, yeah.
And they were not that much ahead. Only like 3k at one point. It's pretty even game. Gold-wise at least. But it certainly felt like Radiant had the upper hand for most of the game.
But you did say you're a little worried about Dire's ability here at the end, you know, sort of close it out and that kind of thing. But I think we've proven now they do have the damage to be able to do that when they, if they do get the appropriate jump. And now the sniper finished up the butterfly, and as you say, looking to complete the satanic, already done. Moving on to the next one, going for the big crit. Like his ability to farm is incredible.
I'm curious to see if casting Lucent Beam with the shard takes the Luna out of invis.
I think it does. I think I had it once and it
As in terms, you're thinking it applies a right click
I know
attack.
it was phase shift, or I don't
Yep.
remember what I had, but I think it counts as an
An auto.
auto attack.
Yep, it does.
Yeah.
Do see the vision gain coming into play here. We're pretty much the entire right side of the map is just covered in trees.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, these guys are all so close to each other right here. It's going to run into who first. Walks up the hill. They know he's here. Immediately blinks away as soon as he's revealed. Well done.
Still hanging around. But
Blinks
this...
back of their own. They'll smoke up.
Really worried for the Radiant team the later this game goes. The Die team have Chrono and support. They have the Overgrowth. They have two halberds to deal with this solo core lineup from the Radiant team. There's only so much you can do with one core.
Yeah, I also think that Dire scales better into the late game.
We're getting close to that point, but neither team able to go back into Roche quite yet. Both thinking that they want it, both mucking around that area, but not quite yet. There comes the counter smoke from Radiant as they look to move into the Dire jungle. They're a lot closer to finding these guys. They're right there. And the smoke pops as soon as he does and sees them. He's blinking away again, though. The real question is, will they engage further, as they do have the ability to chase down. We stump moving her. Should find it stunned right through the BKB, holding her down. They have the damage to finish it off. Normal punch comes in, just deletes the guy as they continue to run forward here with that Dirkseer here, laying in with the Ion Shell. The Chrono comes out simply just for the FF, hold him in place, but big play coming up from there. Huge amounts of damage. But from the back line there, the tree coming in. Sniper being able to lay in with all of the creeps in the area. Lots of bounces going around. Illusions are up too, so they can do the work on that, but Shadow Fiend will clean them up fairly easily. And immediately smoke back in again. They're looking for more. They find it, they find the sniper. But there comes the punch back. Nice little play there. He BKB's up. Now he's in the trees though. And that Shadow Fiend is laying in a huge amount of damage. The tree will just try to poke
got
and
the
prod.
both supports before he died.
That was a great play there to pull back and re-smoke in and jump in like that. There's a gem on the ground there. Do they see it?
The problem with Sniper going for this butterfly here is that the Shadow Fiend already has the MKB to counter that butterfly. Meanwhile, Sniper doesn't have anything to counter the Shadow Fiend's butterfly yet. And there's no one really on the Radiant team that really right clicks outside of the Shadow Fiend, so it kind of renders that butterfly as more or less a useless item.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
It's still not too bad on a agility model for the damage, but
You'd rather see him get the MKB first, kind of thing, is what you're saying.
Yeah, MKB Scotty would have been fantastic.
And they're looking for a third Roche with a refresher this time. Cleaned it up.
Doesn't take long.
And maybe a refresher goes to the Nature's Prophet for double RP.
Shadow Fiend's holding on for it right now. Oh, he drops it on the ground, looks like for AA. Yep. Not quite sure exactly what they're going with there.
Double vacuum into Ice Blast.
I was gonna say, does Ice Blast stack like that? I don't think it does. The last time I tested that.
Not really. I mean, the
That's what
damage, the blast damage itself, and what's it called?
Once again, we're say, you know, like the double Ricky here with what he can do, or the, let's just say the RP from the Natures. He hasn't really been using that to the full advantage that we would have seen sometimes. Also now has the double blink.
Both teams playing it really cautious now in the last 10 minutes.
See Dire smoked up, looking for someone here. They're really hunting. Do you see the Spectre? Out comes the Sleeping Dire holding in place there. BKB when it's done, running into the trees. Rooted down by the ult though.
Out the overgrowth. Darkseer chasing the nature.
See that vision game coming into play there now, where they're able just to see all these people and know that he's there and run them down.
Will we see another objective now? Looks like Dire wants to push the bot lane.
Moving up here, snipers ready to hit the tower.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I think that was the first tower in a long time that we saw drop. I've been trying to gank the Darkseer on top, but did you not see him?
See him now, that's for sure. There we go.
The break.
Assassinate, he's got a BKB. And he will disarm.
That is
There's an
surrounded.
RP, holding him back, wasting a lot of that BKB duration, and then finally there will be able to pull him down.
Yeah, but quite a tanky boy, but not as tanky when he gets broken.
I would kind of like to see a Shivas on the Darkseer. There's currently no Shivas on the Dire team.
Cool. Would be really good against the Satanic from SF, a Skadi and a Shivas.
Fiend is backpack the BKB in favor of holding on to BKB in the Aegis and all the fun toys. With
Sniper going for the Swift Blink. Ooh, but
Swift Blink already
big
revealed on the
Sniper.
Shadow Flame comes in there.
Well played. No buyback on Darkseer and on Sniper. Still an Aegis on Shadow Fiend. This could maybe mean a lane of Rex.
Blinks forward again. Put the damage in there.
Pops
See
the
the
AM disc.
coming into play. Shadow Fiend has the damage here. Does have the ult on him, so he can't heal up even if he wants to. Now that's over. As soon as it's over, instantly full health. Leaping forward, looking for more.
Going
Finds
for the
tree,
treants.
but he's able to time walk away all that damage. It will float fortification. There's the time.
3-man.
Big chrono.
3-man chrono into overgrowth. Darkseer respawning.
Go Darkseer. He roads in, gets the one immediately. He's looking for the Shadow Fiend. They stun him up. They root him down, putting the damage into him. There's the Aegis. Darkseer is in the backline there looking for more. He's found the Ricky, but the Shadow Fiend's coming back. Now the real question is, can they do it again? There's disarm number 1. They got the BK, and he's just going to TP out.
Nice hold by the Dire.
This Lunar is actually doing insane amounts of damage with the
He's
recent
got a
name.
BKB out now. Yep, there we go. BKB TP, and the Spectre's gone.
The Luna is doing about a quarter to a fifth of the Shadow Fiend's HP and damage every loosened beam. Without any actual damage items. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's all that the diligent damage multiplier there from the Cloak and Dagger.
He even gets an Octarine core on the Luna now. 2.3 seconds cooldown on the Lucent beam.
I would really love to see a Scotty coming out on the Luna here. As his
Anybody
last
buy a
run.
Scotty, make this man happy.
Yeah, please,
Somebody please buy a Scotty.
Please. It's so good.
The Luna in particular, I think you're right. It makes a lot of sense. You know, hit them with the Lucent Beam, the auto attack goes off, the Scotty procs, even from a great distance. Really all he needs to hit once there to negate a huge amount of that healing from the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Lucent Beam shoots out two other attacks as well.
I think something like that, yeah.
Scanning for
Yeah.
enemies.
You don't get the Moonglade bounces, but you do get those two separate attacks coming out.
Its middle tower is under attack.
They've been trying to push top, but I think they're both teams pretty scared to run into each other now. High ground push attempt failed by Dire when two of the by Radiant when two of the Dire cores were dead.
I think
Might
Roche
be the right
seems
play
to be
to
the
look
priority
for
here.
Look for pickoffs, I think is what Radiant wants to go for. Spectre has a Hex, queuing up the Strength Blink next. And Roche coming up in 40 seconds. Maybe that's the next big fight we're gonna see.
Yeah, I would expect
AA
that
still
both
holding
teams
on
will
the
be
refresher.
contesting that Roche fairly hard. So I imagine it's going to make the major difference in who's going to get the next sort of push-up.
They both have got kind of good abilities for Roche fights. Like the RP is really good, the Ice Blast is great, and Dire
Dire's
has the
smoked up.
wall,
They're
Overgrowth.
invading the jungle. Unfortunately, the only one here is the Spectre, which they do see thanks to the eyes. But the real question is, can they catch the Spectre? Oh, they jump in, they will get her, but she comes out. There's the TP BKB. Wrong order. Here we go, Root. Holds him down. Well done.
Look at the amount of eyes on the map.
Oh yeah, like the entire right-hand side is just smothered in these things.
So many eyes.
Alright, there's another smoke. They're hoping another guy's in the area here, but there's no one else even close. And as you say, this may just be a rotation up towards the Roche as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They do run into someone up there on the high ground. He's looking for more. Leaps onto the Darkseer there with the normal punch. Doing it again, but TP's out. He's get pulled out. Oh, there comes the Lucent Beam, stun him in place. That's a great little pick off there.
That's a good
Oh,
time window for Roche. Oh wait, no, he just respawns in
yeah, he's not up yet.
1
so
minute 10. 1
they,
minute, okay.
they poked in.
I misread that.
A handy little timer down here and everything. Don't even have to guess anymore.
Yeah, but it said something with 40 seconds, but like a minute ago. Must
That
have
was
been
the,
meant something else.
But potential spawn in 40 seconds, and then it gives you the randomized 3-minute window.
Yep. Alright, well this is the push here where the sniper can just lay in the Moonglaves. So, buyback 1.
This is where the Dire team should just try to control the Radiant triangle. In this case, they have all the vision in the bot lane. Roshan's going to be spawning soon, so you really want to just secure your position on that Radiant triangle. But instead, they've just all gone back to their respective side, farming their own jungle.
So you would have rather the
We
whole team just be
don't.
right up here where Radiant is now,
Yep.
sitting here, and they would have had the advantage on that fight, right? If Radiant walked up into that, they would have been a world of hurt.
And Radiant
Yeah,
just spotted the Roche, while Dire is out of position for a Roche fight. So if they are really fast on Radiant, they can just steal the Roche quickly.
So they smoke into this.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, it's kind of obvious. Nobody is defending
Yeah,
bots. but-
Shadow Fiend will just destroy this in a second, but the Bat Rider's in the neighborhood. He'll throw something in just to see that it's there. He gets pushed back for his trouble, but he's got a Force Staff, so he'll move up a little bit there.
gets
But
it.
he gets poked and prodded back. But all it really is just making time for the Shadow Fiend to get this stuff.
And he picked up the Aghanims on top. So
think the
5
Shadow
more
Fiend-
souls.
I think the Shadow Fiend had 20 attacks there with that proccing time lock.
35 more damage and a root on his ult.
Like, how many abilities can these guys find where I can just add this as the match?
Yeah.
Here, look at this, please.
So is this the first game with over 60 minutes? I think it could be.
Could be, but with this advantage now, I expect them to really sort of push their advantage here now.
They're still 15k behind in gold on Radiance. Really tanky Darkseer, 4.6k HP. Didn't go for the Shivas like QB was hoping for. Went for the Strength Blink.
And he's going
And-
back for the Graves on the Darkseer.
Yeah.
Not really too sure about that one.
Oh, they
Especially
leap onto the
against-
sniper.
Oh, no, sniper.
Oh, good RP though. Hold him in place there.
Satanic?
Immediate
Satanic?
BKB package, but Satanic's active.
Gets Ice
God,
Blasted.
Ice blasted, just destroyed. But Shadow Fiend is taking a lot of damage there from the back, but the Lucent Beam doing the work
When
there.
Elos
Will
kill
pop
him.
the Aegis. Wow, that's awesome. BKB usage on the front here. They're looking for more as they leap forward here. The Darkseer's trying to chase down this poor sector who's gotten herself rooted into the pit here. Will probably. Oh! Lucent Beam again, doing work. Still chasing.
Blink really low. Strength Blink ready in a second.
He's hoping for it. Just misses the
Ooh,
target.
misses.
Does throw it on
Still
the
sees
one.
the
Runs at the other here.
Hurricane.
Instead, BKBs goes after the natures. He's got of RP. Or it's not RP. He's got of skewer forward there. Now he could be in a bit
Shadow
of
Fiend
trouble.
coming in.
But goddamn, that damage that comes out of that Darkseer now. It's got to get back.
Should
Chrono
get
there.
that Spectre.
Now Spectre leaps forward. Neon Proc doing its damage, or doing its work there. We do see it now. Oh,
It
roll
got
all three, come on
shatters
now.
on top of him.
Come on, who does that? Immediately disarms, has the BKB TP out, but what the legitimate.
It's the classic Chrono into fuck you.
All the
For
while
that,
here,
now,
Darkseer doing work.
the
He's
Radiance?
forced out the BKB again.
Is under attack.
I'm thinking that Radiant's misjudged who the real carrier of the Dire team is. This Luna is just coming through, just with the Lunas.
Lunas and Beam, who knew? This is apparently a pocket
So
strat.
much damage.
Yeah.
Shadow Fiend dead.
Yep.
Rage buyback.
Radiant's bottom barracks has
Easily die another time.
Yeah, and now the problem is the sniper. He can just unleash on this base, right? And they got to deal with him and the Luna in the back end there, which you can't even see.
I think they're just going for GG here.
Yep, why not? They got the sniper to push in. Why risk it at this point? Oh, leaps forward
Well,
onto the
BKB
Shadow
ready?
Fiend, immediately invises, but they'll find the secondary
Yeah,
target.
that's it.
Now he'll turn, decide to fight, immediately disarmed up, and we'll just get destroyed for his trouble. All these disarms coming out here, doing huge work.
GG, easy.
GG easy. Nice manos. Damn it. 56 minutes. But they pulled through.
You know, I came into this tournament with Roma and Victor being my least favorite player, but I have to say these last two series I've seen him in, he's starting to really grow on me.
Yeah, I mean, they played that really well.
Yeah.
That was a
He's
nice
playing
draft.
very, very smart there, knows exactly how to utilize all of the abilities in exactly the right way, taking advantage of all these different things. The itemization, again, as I say, my weak point, but all of these Helven Hellboards coming out seems to make a lot of sense to deal with that Shadow Fiend. As we saw, when he's disarmed, he can't do crap.
True. So, since we're a little bit behind schedule, I'll instantly throw up the next lobby. And now Gareth should be joining.